So, this is the orbit, obviously, that we're going for. I might just time warp till it's... Like, when we launch from here, we're going to go into a 28-degree inclined orbit, and we'd like that to match this. So, I would think... the right time to launch is when the KSC is right about here. So that we'll go down at 28 degrees and hopefully be in about the same plane as that. Now that has nothing to do with actually timing it with the moon. I'm hoping that makes some sense. So I'm thinking I'm going to actually do a save here. Oh, it won't let me at this point. Okay, fine. I'll just time warp. So we're going to come around. So the KSC is underneath this orbit. Oh, wait. Does that happen there, though? Ooh, that's a good point. I think maybe now. Right about now. See, the KSC's right here. Does that make sense? I'm hoping that makes sense. We'll see. I don't think any of the experiments require it, but some of them are biome specific. So definitely be probably going into, if not polar, very highly inclined. Okay, let's launch and see what happens. I know there are mods that helps you do it. So maybe I should just actually look at that. I think McJeb might help me do it, but Lunar 1. Let's just do it. Info. Okay. This on. Manual insertion. Let's go. Let's go. We'll knock that over about 5 degrees. Lock it onto prograde. And there we go. Let that ride. So I'm hoping, like if we're going to map view, oh god, so many. I'm hoping we'll be coming down. Should really watch my rocket, shouldn't I? But I'm hoping it'll work. Well, you're very welcome, TomTom. I do enjoy those tutorials. They are a lot of fun. I had a big plan. Well, not a big plan, but I was always waiting for KSP2 before I decided on doing more tutorials. But I got a feeling KSP2 might not be something to wait for anymore. So I'll have to make kind of a decision at some point as to what's going to be the future of all those tutorials. Reduce and throttle. Again, just trying to keep that time to apoapsis a constant. Okay. And again, although I took out the KOS core, the staging is still going to happen automatically because that's being handled by smart parts. I love smart parts. It's funny how I have some mods that is just like I am not doing without these mods. And smart parts is most certainly one of them. Okay, and there's still got a long ways to go here. Okay, about to lose this stage here, and then I'm going to really have to throttle up. Oh yeah, that's the fairing, that's fine. And then we go on to here. Just throttle that right up, because this is a very, very wimpy little engine there. We'll see if I need to pitch up again. Oh, now the DV numbers make a lot more sense. So it was the simulation that was doing it. Okay. I can actually reduce this throttle a little bit. Oh, I'm seeing a talk there about reusability in the chat. I find it a lot of work for not a lot of payoff. That's just me personally. I've in the stock scale game, I've never really found funds to be that much at a premium. So I've never really worried about. It's a ton of work for, I don't think, much gain. All right, we are in space. Still not quite at 80 on the apoapsis, so I'm just going to let that kind of build for a little bit. And oh, a little more. Boom. Okay. So I'm hoping, again, that this is, I mean, it's not, if we look at the inclination of our orbit, I'm trying to match the plane of the moon's orbit. I don't think I've really succeeded that well, but I think I'm in the ballpark of it. That's the idea. I'm sure I didn't launch at the perfect time by any stretch. Okay, let's time warp a bit, and let's get up that periapsis and start thinking about getting this thing to the moon. How do you do a Moonar sample and return? That'll probably be in the cards at some point. You just gotta land and come back. Oh, too much thrust, too much thrust. Let it get closer. Again, really watching that time to apoapsis is what I look at. Just letting it get closer to apoapsis. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. I do have to be careful with ignition. Still 13 ignitions, but I gotta not be willy-nilly with that. I gotta get in the habit of reducing the throttle rather than simply just cutting the throttle. Okay, so we're gonna do this. I want to just straighten this up. I'm not doing a very good job. There we go. We can extend that solar panel. Not going to start, well, experiments aren't going to run yet anyway, but where's the antenna? There. I'm going to open that up. And again, this isn't a relay, so why don't we get right into this. Command, rename. You are not a relay. You are a probe, despite the antenna that you have. Okay, let's think about the moon. So there's our orbit. There's the moon's orbit. It's not completely not in the realm the right thing. We got a radiation scan. That has nothing to do with this probe. That just happened, I think. Select that as a target, and we're going this way. So the moon is a little further than the stock moon is. Hey, we're getting an encounter. I'm more than pleased with that. Switch to that. Wowzers. Okay, let's focus on the moon itself. I think I am going to try this whole polar orbit thing. I think that's a good plan. It's really not any change in terms of the cost of the mission to do a polar orbit as opposed to anything else. I'm just pushing the timing, getting that periapsis as close as I can just by adjusting the timing, and then we'll come in closer like this. Now what's, I guess the pole is here. I'm not used to things being so inclined. I guess, yeah, come back. Like I'm thinking that's polar. So used to everything being like that. What's my parry? I'm going to need to want to come closer than that. Let's. I just want to take a look. Is there anything on this vessel that's biome specific in high space? If not, then I'm just going to come straight in and do the... So I might want to go into a high orbit first and then come into a low orbit, is what I'm thinking. No. What was that light again? Space high. Magnetometer report. Radiation scan. Did I lose something along this way? Maybe not. No, I think all the... Where's the one that took 7 days? That's the one I'm concerned. This magnetometer report. So if I'm going to spend... I want to spend 7 days in high space before going into the low orbit. So what I think I shall do... This 161 is definitely high space. I think I'm going to hang out here in this high space one, do all of that magnetometer report, and then scoot down. Or actually, you know what's better? Leave it in an elliptical orbit. That's a better plan. That's a better plan. So I'm going to bring that periapsis down. I'm going to have to play with both and the timing, I think. Like that. And then back. Oh, whoa, that's not... That's doing the opposite of what I want. Here we go. A bit. I mean, I can tweak this coming in too. There's no reason. I think it's more important to get the plane right than anything. I think that's good for our first go. We can definitely tweak this on the way in. I'm pretty happy with this. No mid-course correction, no nothing. Burn's coming up in 22 minutes. Can't complain about that. Okay, so it's a 47 meter per second burn. So I'm going to do a very quick save. Yeah, I know a lot of... It was... Oh, the telemetry report was high and low biome specific? Sorry. Or was it just high and low? Telemetry report's just space high and low. I don't think there was any biome specific space high. That's what I was really looking for. In which case it would have stayed in a high orbit for a while. I think this is going to work. Okay. Nicey nice. I'm going to put this on the free view. That always looks way better on free view. And if I go to map view, am I looking at it from here? Yes. Okay. All right. 15 seconds. 5, 4, jumping the gun, 3, and a 2, and a 1, and a go. All right. The balance is good. And again, a lot of this work is going to be done by this guy. In fact, oh, that's something to think about. Do I want to... You know what? Let's see what the trajectory of this thing's going to be. We'll see. I was thinking, do I want to crash this bit into the moon? Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe just let it swing on by the moon. Okay, back to here. Here it comes. Oh, stop doing that. That's the kind of thing I gotta stop. Okay, let's turn that thrust limiter, that stock habit of doing little pulses that uses up ignitions. Okay, that's good enough. All right. So we're going to be there in 4 days and 47 minutes. Let's turn that thrust limit. Well, let's leave it where it is right now. What's nice is I think even if this stage died on me now, I think I still got enough DV in the stage below it. All right, let's activate everything. So on. Oh wait, I'm doing the opposite of activating everything. Just got to activate the magnetometer. I got a whole bunch of messages, but they're just about the vessel. Okay. Okay, we're on our way. So I'm thinking just to get here. We can tweak the orbit more once we're there. So I'm going to do another quick save. I'm going to use alarm clock. I find I'm more dependable with alarm clock. So we're going to add in, give me like 3 minutes warning before the SOI change. Got to use alarm clock more. There we go. Where is the moon, by the way? Is that it there? I don't think so. I think we're just seeing the other planets. Oh, we got some light experiment coming at us. There we go. You know, things are coming at you out of plane and stuff too, so it's it's so different from the stock game. Oh, I think here comes the moon here. You can see its silhouette against the sun. Oh, we can time warp quicker. Getting all kinds of stuff. I don't think it's all coming from this, though. I got other satellites out doing their things, too. What's my science now at? I love the fact that science is collected when I'm like, ooh, 50.8. I think that's enough to unlock a... Okay. I think that is enough to unlock... I can say words. To unlock the better probe body. Or not the better probe body, the 2 crew capsule. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, looking for that plane change. Get rid of alarm clock. Okay, there we go. So now we should be collecting not really as much as you might think. The magnetometer report is going, but we have done a flyby of the moon before. Okay. So all of this stuff's not, I think all the high space stuff is all done. It's just the magnetometer report. But that is going to take days. So I am going to go for this capture here. So I'm just going to keep the periapsis up high. If we have debris floating around the moon, that's okay. Or the apoapsis up high. That's good. That'll give me a good chunk of time in high space and low space. I think that works. So F5. I think I turned down this throttle limiter, so I think that's why that burn time is so silly. What is... I want to keep the T... Yeah, the T... Oh, it's showing... I hate that. That the TWR is relative to the moon's SOI. Why should I care? Unless I'm landing, I don't care. I'll lower it and just get the burn time down. 14 seconds. There we go. 19-second burn. Okay, so F5 again. We'll get down there and we'll do it. So where is the moon? There's the moon there. I don't know if you can see it or not. What's the separation? I think the separation between high space and low space is the same as it is in stock. And isn't that like 30 kilometers? We're going to find out. But I always thought it was like 30 kilometers. When these all click on, that'll be it. Because I've not been in low space about the moon yet. So we're keeping a close eye on it. Slow down here a little bit. So, oh, there we go. So it was around 60 kilometers or something. 60, 58. I always forget these numbers. But it has gone into space low now. Oh, maybe I did come near because some of this is done. Oh my gosh. I guess I might have come in close to the moon. All right, where are we at? Where are we at? Let's put this onto the maneuver node. Again, I'm going to retract the magnetometer boom for no other reason than I'm not convinced. Also, I'm not checking my solar... Oh no, I got a good signal with Earth. That's not going to be a problem. Or my signal. But again, I'm not sure if it models the mass being way out there or not. So I think it doesn't hurt to retract it just to be sure. In 2.5, it's 60. I sure felt like it was 60. Like I saw everything click on here. So maybe something's... Maybe it's a little messed up. I don't know. Okay, time warp a little further. 4 credits, light moon science. Temperature scan. Getting lots and lots of science, which was the entire purpose of all of this. Now, am I going to be... This is going to be able to do the whole thing. Oh my gosh. The whole top probe is not doing anything. I overbuilt this. I guess it's better that than the other way around. And we were all thinking it looked small. Isn't that funny? 3, 2, and go. And there's nothing precise about this burn. Because I just want to leave the apoapsis up so we can get both near space and... or low space and high space. That's it. So I'm very fine with that. Close that. Again, straighten this up a bit. We can extend that magnetometer again. Oops, I'm still locked on retrograde. That's why. It's really the magnetometer that's taking all the time.